Welcome back, Legends of Path of Exile 2. So, Ranger, Lightning build, and we're on Cruel difficulty, Act 2. Let me quickly show you my DPS for my main skill over here. This is just the pure damage with no extra buffs, tailwind, etc. So we're just melting through this Act 2 with ease. Alright, so anyway, let's get back to the game. I'll just pick the quest from Shambring. Obviously to find dead body of the woman, and we just head to Dashar. So we have opened the gate already, and we enter in second last location for Act 2. So we're nearly there. I remember this area was quite difficult on normal difficulty, but we had like 150 DPS compared to if we built our charges in Tailwind. It goes to 4.5k and also goes up to 6k with extra buffs. And imagine we combine all the damage together with all the supporting gems, and also our skills being improved to 20% quality. Alright, less talking, more action. Let's see what happens. Normally when you enter new location, monsters are tougher to intimidate you, but these guys used to just sit on me constantly. They just die in a couple hits now. I'm not even talking about normal zombies. I still have a habit moving backwards. I think we should try just go forward and see what happens. Yeah, this is exactly what happens with this silly build. We have a fair bit of evasion, 88% evasion. So suppose we can just move forward, they will miss most of their attacks. As you can tell, it's pretty easy. This build is just sick, and if you can see it over here, 6k damage for Act 2 in Cruel difficulty. Just a reminder, we walked into Act 3 normal difficulty with 200 DPS, and now we have 6,000. And as I said, I'm not even talking combining damage with Herald and Shocks and all other elemental damages that we inflict. Alright, let's keep clearing this map. It does seem pretty easy, but I'm having a lot of fun. Here's the checkpoint. What I've got here. Nothing exciting. I have, if you are new to the game, I have the beginner's guide that you can watch, where I start this this exact character from scratch. If you're interested how we got ourselves to this point, you can go and watch those. But this stream is purely for entertainment. There's not much education over here. It's purely just to see how this build just melts. As you can see in the title, I'm just trying to show how this build literally melts everything. I just want to quickly show you my passive skill tree. So this is how it looks. So I have improved all my lightning skills over here. I've got some build up, stun build up, and also increased projectile damage. At this stage I'm getting myself over here. So I'm not gonna go like you know, your mixed build where you have a little bit of mage build where you have your energy shield and a lot of intelligence. I'm purely going dexterity. So, and when I get myself to this point, it adds 1% increases attack speed per 25 dexterity. Okay, so the more dexterity we have, the more attack speed, and it affects our DPS directly. Then we'll go this direction, we'll add even more dexterity, that will instantly add even more DPS. So normally dexterity adds just accuracy, so with that passive skill we actually add DPS as well to every point of dexterity that we have. So eventually it will build up into the huge number, I believe. I don't blindly follow any, you know, specific builds. I'm trying to understand the game myself and come up with some builds, you know, some interesting builds for myself. I know there are massive light and DPS builds for Ranger, but I'm trying to go my own way. As always, I never leave anything on the ground. Once I'm full, I just go back and quickly gather materials, because that will help me to improve myself and get myself ready for the end game. It doesn't take long at all. I always suggest doing that. Don't feel like you're wasting your time doing this. This is part of the game where you gather your materials. This is the way the game encourages you to gather materials. And also, you know, you can get some exciting items that you might equip on yourself. We've got another key for our trial, which is great. I've got a couple already. I will complete them before I go into Cruel Difficulty Act 3. Okay, so I don't mind getting some extra spirits, but I think I will need 15. So this is not good enough yet. I will need 15 spirits to be able to use one of the skill gems, support skill gems. I want to use Clarity, so it increases mana regeneration rate while the supporting skill is active, so I can place it on one of my active skills. What if we improve it and see if it changes anything? Still 12. Add some evasion, which is alright. Still 12. Yeah, it's not as good at this stage. And we've got some ring. Okay, look, this travel to Caravan doesn't take long unless you pick some items that you want to, you know, investigate and see if they're gonna improve yourself. But otherwise it takes like 30 seconds to go and empty your inventory. But as I said, this is part of the game, and you should enjoy it as much as you enjoy your battlefield. Alright, we just keep moving forward. This is way easier than normal difficulty. It seems like, I don't know if it feels exactly the same on all other builds, like if it's this easy on other builds, but for me it feels like the game just gives you this same 3 acts so you can enjoy them more. So you're not gonna struggle as much as you struggled through, you know, especially if you play for the first time. Let's be honest, Act 3 can be quite difficult. It wasn't difficult with this lighting build though, so I must admit that. But now it's even more fun, and look at that. I'm not even using any other skills yet. I have on my passive skill tree also, I have this one that 15% increased damage for each type of elemental damage that we deal. So I also deal sky damage, freeze damage. So once we use couple different elemental damages, it, you know, it just it deals even more. Alright, the one thing I forgot, we always need to identify our items so we can sell them for more. Alright, so I've got lightning damage. Nowhere near as good as the one we've got. I've got 101 elemental damage on my bow. It will be pretty hard to find something better than that anytime soon. Okay, as I said, it doesn't take long at all. And we're straight back into the business. Alright, keep moving forward. We should find also the dead body somewhere around here. There you go.
Thunderous shot.
Perfect, we just quickly take it back to Caravan to complete this quest. I don't remember what we get. Suppose we'll find out now. Perfect. We get 2 skill points, so don't miss on that quest. It's quite easy, 2 skill points. And we will improve our attack speed and also our DPS straight away. Perfect. Let's get back into it. As you probably already know, in this game the monsters are everywhere, so I tend to shoot ahead of me sometimes. So in a lot of times I just I kill monsters before I even see them. I think I didn't miss anything downstairs, so we'll just continue through this quest so we can kill the boss over here and move to the finale of Act 2. Normally, on my normal difficulty, I would run through every single corner and investigate all map, but I'm not gonna stay for too long on them. In cruel difficulty, we've seen it all. We've seen it all. The door wouldn't open for some reason. So I'll just move through it quite quickly. If you know better build than this, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to try it out. You know, you can always go ahead and refine those passive skills and try something different. I don't know, it feels really good so far. The boss is pretty easy and moving through these mobs, like, I don't know, it never felt easier than this. There was a power spike moment where I got myself like, you know, from 2000 DPS to 4000 DPS very quickly. Now it's sort of slowed down, so I'm sort of waiting for another spike. So maybe it's another bow with more damage, or some sort of jewelry, maybe. We'll see. It feels pretty easy so far, as I said. You know, I will look for those alternatives if I find the game become difficult for me, but now it's like, you know, it's super easy. So we've got, I think we have maxed all our skills. I'm not using any of these so far. I have learned magnetic salvo. I didn't like it. It takes a long time to cast it. It's just not worth it. So I stick to my two main skills, lightning arrow and lightning rod. In between, I use my barrage sometimes to you know, to empower my skills even more. And also I might use my freeze damage sometimes, especially versus bosses, because as I said before, once you build those damages together, it does much more damage. Look, I know that you will find there will be some broken builds where you have to swap. You'll have to swap your bows and like to different weapons. I don't bother. Like I'm not looking for broken builds. I'm just looking for the build that actually, you know, I enjoy at every stage in the game, and I feel quite powerful right now. So I haven't tried out any other builds. I stick to this one. We'll just keep improving my dexterity and see what happens. You know, I think it should accumulate eventually to a huge amount of damage. Alright, we just need to find the way to the next level, which is, I think it's like upstairs. We just have one more level up and then we'll find the boss. Alright, hopefully it's this way. Looks like it. I don't know, I'm not even looking at those monsters, like it doesn't matter. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer obviously for your rare monsters, but anything else you pretty much just one shot. And I'm not even using my second skill, lightning rod, for build up damage. Is the entrance. Yeah, 4.7k, and it will jump above 6,000 once we get extra buff. As you can see now, it will go up above 6k. Ooh, I try to keep moving forward, but they do deal a fair bit of damage. We have lots of damage to get us through the game, but sometimes we can just die like one shot from the boss. We don't have enough life, I believe. As you can see, I've got only 1,100. So if we do get hit, it hurts. So I will work on that maybe soon. So, you know, I might just look at some more evasion or more life. But we have life still, so every time we kill monsters, we recover our life. So, you know, it's okay for a big group of monsters, but we don't recover anything apart from the flask in boss fights. But we'll find that boss very soon, so hopefully you'll be able to see how much damage we deal to the bosses. And this boss wasn't particularly difficult even in normal difficulty. To be honest with you, like I'm not gonna tell you, oh, it was so hard and now it's so easy. It wasn't that hard. However, I'm just quite keen to see, you know, how the fight is gonna look like now. Man, this build is just crazy. In my videos, I always encourage you, you know, to learn the game and understand the game, instead of just blindly follow specific build that people tell you to do. Oh, this is broken build, oh, this broken build, and then at different stages of the game you jump from one build to another, and then you just getting confused. Oh, which build should I go? You know, just the game should feel natural. Just go investigate your passive skill tree. It's not that hard. You know, you just look at your main, the damage that you deal primarily. So if I deal lightning damage, you know, this is elemental damage. So go ahead and look at the skills like lighting, and then if there's no more lighting improvements that I can do, I just go and find, you know, shock damage, and then elemental damage, projectile damage, attack speed. And you know, this is the beauty of the game. It's got so many different ways to get through the game, so many different ways, you know, to build your character, that you're gonna waste that and just follow blindly one specific build. Yeah, don't do that. Just we've got some special enemy here. As you can see, I think it was meant to be hard. I didn't even have enough time to have a good look at it. All right, we're full. Back to town. Again and again, you're not wasting time going to town. Okay, this is part of the game where you gather your materials. Go and do that every time. Don't leave anything on the ground. Always keep an eye if you potentially could find, you know, any better materials that you already have. I mean, you know, your weapon and your armor. Perfect. The big worm didn't even have a chance to do anything. Bro, this is way too easy. Come on, give me more challenge. Bro, we don't even have to roll anymore. Just cheating, using advantages of being ranger. Be smart. We're also about to gain another level, so we will get even closer to the big one. So normally as a ranger you would go backwards and hit them. I just go on them. Like, I don't care. In most, like 99% of the times you just go on them. Alright, let's see what Strongbox brings us. Level up. And a twin bow. I don't like twin bows. They decrease your DPS a lot, and just for the extra arrow, you know, you can go and try it. I just don't like it. It sort of spreads damage into two arrows. I just like seeing big number over here, you know. I might try it one day and see what happens, but I need, you know, the bow that I find needs to convince me a lot. I don't need physical damage, I need elemental damage, and I need lightning damage. So as you can see, like if I equip it, it will go from 3.7k to 2.8 for extra arrow. You sort of think, okay, so maybe it doubles with 2 arrows. It doesn't really. It didn't feel that great, to be honest. I can tell here it's got 58% increased elemental damage. What I will do, I will bring it with me and see, you know, what difference it makes. I will. I'm not gonna waste materials yet to put runes in there. I'll just have it as is for now. We have some quality bow over here, so I will get materials out of it.
Speak up.
I sell things pretty quick because I just know my numbers, like I just remember my numbers over here. So I know I've got 557 evasion rate in here and probably 600, close to 600, yeah, 528 here. So, you know, once I see some decent item that can be better than the ones I have, then I will consider changing that, but until then I'm not gonna bother trying to improve armor and see if it will get close to what I already have. I need to see much bigger number to convince me to use another armor. So for now I just keep collecting my improved quality of my flask over here, even though I think we'll find the better ones soon. I never go and buy things either. I did in past, and then next minute I find I just get a better loot, so I don't bother go and buy things and waste money unless it's currency exchange. Alright, so let's equip this bow and see what happens. So as you can see, it does shoot 2 projectiles, so it's got 3.5 DPS. I can add more DPS by adding more lightning damage, by adding 2 more runes. So here 4.7 versus 3.5, but 2 arrows. Maybe could be potentially better clearing waves. Definitely wouldn't be beneficial for the boss. I don't know, it feels alright. Feels sort of alright, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I should go ahead and watch some YouTube videos to see. We could also add another gem, forking gem. No, forking. Sorry for the way I'm saying it, but forking. So basically adds another projectile. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Don't know, we could keep it actually for waves. It does feel alright. But it's only 3.5k. I don't know. Hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, nah. I'll stick to this one for now. The thing is, like, if you fighting versus, we could probably equip it and just swap. You know, we could actually might do that. I haven't done it yet in the game. You can't really do it, can you? Nah. No, you can. I just haven't done it on PC yet, to be honest. Like, I wasn't. And maybe also we can find another Cuva that will work with that twin bow. I just haven't done swaps before on PC, Sorry. I will find out how to do it and see if I can actually just swap bows. You know, use the twin bow for projectile and then use a single arrow for boss fights, something like that. So this is what I mean. Like this game, it's just, it feels sometimes like there's not enough items. Like it's like 2 or 3 types of bows and they all look the same as an arrow. I mean armor. You know, everything just looks same and sort of boring. But if you really think how many ways you can go with it, you know, like you play ranger and you can go with your like hybrid build with intelligence and use some extra skills for the lighting, but then you'll need a lot of intelligence and mana, and then you can go like a tanky build, whatever. Like this is what I'm trying to say. This game has so many different variations, the ways you can build your character. So once you understand that, I'm just trying to not overthink it, because when I do overthink it, I'm like, oh, should I do this, should I do that? So this is why I just stick to, you know, keep it simple. Stick to one thing that works for me, and then if I feel like I want to try something different, I will go ahead and try something different. But for now, look at this, like, I don't know, do I want to try something different? Not really. Not really when everything just melts before I even see them. Yeah. Man. I have a feeling I was killing this specific monsters like with 3 shots only. Dude, it's really hard to tell, seriously. Hopefully I can find that monster once more, so we can double check. One, two, three, sort of 3. I'm an old man. I'll stick to my old way for now. I like to see that DPS really high. Just trying to get that number even bigger with the similar bow. For now, okay? It might change in the future. If it does, I will let you know. But for now, I'll stick to this.
Quickly. Whatever it takes.
Alright, always go to Zarka first and disenchant. If I see quality, so I always keep an eye on the items. Like, even it feels like I do it quickly, but I always keep an eye on items. So if you see quality here, I'll keep it for my, what do you call it, salvage bench. Quality. We only have 2 buff skills because I don't have any more spirits at this stage. I think we'll find more spirits. We'll see. But for now, you know, I can't use any more buff skills. Okay, where is the boss? Probably that way. We'll just clear this way and go up. Honestly, this area was quite challenging. In normal difficulty, it was very challenging, especially downstairs on the sands. It feels like I got here in no time, like it was way too quick. While I'm talking, I'm forgetting to keep my tailwind charges up so we can move faster around the map. Pretty much every 10 seconds, you know, you just shoot the arrow to keep it topped up. So we can run faster. The boss shouldn't be far. I hope it's this way over here. Should be this way, there's no other ways really. For the boss fight, I will switch off my camera because I am recording boss fights, so then I can just, you know, upload them separately so people can watch it as a tutorial how to beat the boss or whatever. So you won't be able to see my pretty face. Okay, so here's the checkpoint. Alrighty, so here's the checkpoint, and we see our Jamala for the second time.
That makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin.
He will piss off once more, unfortunately. Alright, and then boss fight. We didn't equip any specific charms or anything to get ourselves ready for this boss. So, let's see how we go. Ooh, it does hit hard. Anyway, we hit pretty hard as well, dude. Look at that. It just melts. It just melts. Bro, I think some rare monsters took me longer. I don't know, if you feel like this build is not broken, turn off this video right now. I feel it's bloody broken. It's way too strong. It's just way too strong. Okay, so we just go back and talk to Asala.
Quickly.
We've got Uncast Skill Gem level 14 for the first time. I will just keep improving my Lightning Arrow and Lightning Rod. That are my two main skills. And our DPS is 4k right now, flat, with no extra charges or anything else. This is just ridiculous, seriously. Let's empty our stash before we go ahead.
Stay inside. Do not wander.
And salvage. Perfect.
The Faradin have assembled as we speak.
The hunt.
We now have their trail for glory.
Perfect. Nearly there. Last location for Act 2. And from the memory, there was a lot of dodging, a lot of running backwards. It was quite challenging. Let's see what changed. Let's see if this time it's gonna feel easier. And also, you can find this video. It was exactly the same character, Jamala, or whatever his name is, the final boss for this area. Not Jamala, Jamanra, something like that. He took me 17 minutes. The fight took me 17 minutes. It was like 17 minutes of dodging. Oh man, that was really hard. So I want to see how long it will take me this time. We had under 200 DPS when we killed him, maybe just around 200. I wasn't sure what I'm doing either, like I wasn't familiar with the lighting builds. I was playing it for the first time, as I do right now. But man, it was really hard. Even these monsters, like, they used to be constantly on my back, you know, they used to be like just sitting on me, keep attacking me. feels so much easier now. Like that. Bro. Now I feel like I did something wrong, to be honest, in normal difficulty, because it's supposed to be cruel difficulty, you know, like it's supposed to be hard. Why it's not hard? I normally die when I say something like that, but, you know, I don't care. Like, if I die, that's fine. I know for a fact that this is what I'm scared about, okay? Because if I'm out of mana, I'm buggered. This is why I binded my normal attack as well.
I need more mana.
Got stun build up on this, so let's just keep shooting it. Alright, so I do struggle versus this mana puller, whatever you want to call them, monsters, because I only have my mana skills pretty much, and normal bow I've binded over here after I died once or twice for, you know, because when I'm out of mana I can't recover mana from flasks, and I can't do anything. I can't hit them. I just run away until I die, especially if they're mobile like that. So this is probably another downside of this build. You're really dependent on mana, so if you're out of mana you can't really deal damage. Other than that, it's just, you know, it feels like it's just the first level of the game or something like that. Like, it's just too easy. Feels like a beginner sort of difficulty to get you into the game. In most of the fights, you like when you see them melt, I don't even use like my whole potential. I'm just pressing one button and they just die, so I don't see the point, you know, using this rods, for example, whatever they call lightning rods. When I do use it, there's just no chance. Like these big sort of groups, they were quite challenging. You had to go backwards and you know, dodge and roll and dodge and roll and run and dodge and roll. Here you just keep going forward, like.
Young one.
Are you annoyed with the amount of drop that this game has, amount of loot out of normal monsters? I don't think there's any other games in the industry that has so much loot and, you know, drop items from just your normal run through. You'd have to farm one area to get a couple items like for hours. Here we're back in town like every 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do one more. Light and resistance. Okay, so this is not bad, not bad. So we've got physical damage. We don't really deal physical damage, so I'll stick to my light and damage ring, and also this one increased my rarity, so I hope I can find something better soon, because it gives me fire damage, which is quite useless, but it gives me 19 to dexterity, so none of these are better at this stage. I have a lot of runes now that I probably need to get rid of, maybe on a currency exchange or something. And another ring, mana. Need to get rid of some of these rings. I'm trying to keep my stash organized. As you can see, it does get full quite quickly. So we can just get rid of the items that we don't need shortly. Alright, get in there, another checkpoint, and there you go. So I think this is where we'll find this final boss, and so we can complete Act 2 very shortly.
Storm point. No mercy.
I think in total it took me, you know, I was streaming, you can find previous streams for this, for Act 2 cruel difficulty. I think in total it took me, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 hours, something like this. Like, I'm not trying to do like a speed run or anything, you know, I'm just enjoying the game as I normally would. Hopefully we can get another level before we go into the boss fight, so I can get, I believe, big improvement. We'll see. You know, we'll see how much. We can even look at it now. Like if I have 4.4, it'll let me extra a couple hundred DPS. But as I said, once we learn more dexterity, it will give me even more. I might even refund. I have a bit of passive skills over here that I can change back to dexterity, because I wanted to go hybrid build initially, so I needed a bit of strength as well to be able to use some of the skill gems, like stun build up, and also I needed a bit of intelligence as well. I don't think I needed any more since I go with dexterity build, since I've decided to go dexterity. The more dexterity, the more DPS. So, but only after we get that skill. See, like these monsters died, I didn't even see them. I didn't know they are there. We are getting closer and closer to another level, so sometimes we miss a lot of shots. Probably need to look at the accuracy as well at some point. I remember entering this area for the first time in normal difficulty. I was like, oh, there's a lot of dead bodies. It was actually quite challenging, like some of these monsters. Do they seem to be challenging now? Not really. Hang on. This is a pretty good vest, hopefully. You know, it could be potentially better than the one we have. I will come back for it anyway, but since I've got full inventory, let's go back and see. Sometimes this number, I feel like this number changes once you identify, so it's 290.
How can
Nah.
whatever it
33 to spirit. Ooh, this is pretty big. But this is a big decision because this is, I've got double amount of evasion rating on this one. Let's see how much in percentage it will change my evasion. So if I've got 81 right now, sort of 3%, not a huge deal. And also we can put more dexterity runes on this one, but it gives us 33 spirit. So eventually I can actually
Not here.
use my skill gem that keeps my mana full. And I think there was another skill gem that requires spirits. 30% increased mana regeneration rate while the support skill is active. So this is the one I want to use it for, whether it's probably Wind Dance over here. So keep my mana full. Yeah, bug it, I'll just do it. I'll just do it. Hopefully it's not gonna hurt me too much. Jeez. Just get it to inventory first. Alright. Level 13, we don't need anymore. Let's get rid of the rest of the items, they just distract me quite a bit. Physical to attacks. Okay, feel bad doing this, but see you later. Decision made.
Young one.
Okay. Alright, let's get rid of the materials first. And then I can go ahead and max it up. Okay, evasion rating, so we did get some good stuff. Let's get more of this. Let's equip our runes that we have. Hopefully I have dexterity once. If I don't, I will just go and use currency exchange. Probably should know by now where's my dexterity. So his intelligence, probably over here, dexterity somewhere. Yeah, no, I don't have. I'll just go and get it. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yes.
So, runes, I want dexterity. I have. I might sell this Chaos Orb as well for Exalted Orb. Just to top it up. Perfect. And also, hang on, sorry, I need a rune now. So, dexterity, I need 2 of them. 1 for 1, pretty good. We have enough stock. Easy peasy. And just let's install them straight in. Perfect. Got 245 Exalted Orbs. Not a bad starting point. Maybe before going into Act 3, I will go through currency exchange and we'll see, you know, how I can improve myself even further up. I haven't really investigated all of those items available. It's probably a good idea to go and have a look what we can get. Tier 2. Twin crossbow. Oh, we're full already. Jesus, we just been to town. Like, literally, like, what, 30 seconds ago.
What have you learned?
Look, as I always say, like, I always go to town, like, I never leave anything on the ground. But maybe I wouldn't mind the, you know, the game, maybe with some updates, change it up a little bit. Like, we don't need as much stuff, like, we have so much materials that, you know, quite a lot, like, we don't really need as much, I think. And it just makes it easy, sort of, you know, it should be harder to be able to improve all your items, like, it just feels a bit easy at this stage. I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe this is just all about this build just feels really easy. I don't know. Like, I think this sort of game should be harder, especially the campaign towards the end of the campaign. We missed the chance over there. And cruel difficulty should be harder as well. Like, it's like 10 times easier this cruel difficulty than normal difficulty. And I'm not sure whether it's this broken build. Maybe it's much harder with some other characters, you know, maybe because I'm ranged hero. I don't know. We've got another skill gem. I'm pretty sure we can improve something. We still have slots over here. Support skill trigger quill burst on their next tree. This is another good one to keep on top, you know, to keep our life top. So 2% of maximum life recovered on kill while a supporting skill is active. So it's pretty good for active skills. I'll just get it on. I don't try to spend too much time like investigating, like once I get every single item, you know, like I'll go back and, you know, once I get too many of them, I will go and see what if I can, you know, find something better. But I'm not spending hours investigating, like complicating things. Just keep it simple, you know. That gives me, yes, like you do need to know your basics. For example, my lightning rod, what is that? Hang on, sorry, my lightning arrow is like, just let those tailwinds charges drop first so I can explain what I'm trying to say. So yes, you do need to understand your sort of best skill support skill gems that you have, because without them, like we've lost just. Let's have a look like what happens if I get rid of all of them. So 2.3, and then we go all the way to 4K. So, you know, pretty much 2K DPS just with the support skill gems. So yes, you do need to know your strength and which ones you do need to know, but you know, for those additional ones, like as I said, I'm not spending too much time. I will eventually, but I don't want to stuck on them like right now and stop enjoying the game now and go and reading heaps of stuff. So this is just me. As I said, I'm trying not to overcomplicate things for myself, so I can just enjoy the game, you know, rather than keep reading stuff and worrying, or maybe I'm not the strongest possible.
Stay light, stay alive.
All right. We are getting to the boss, so I am going to, and we got our skill point. I will see in a minute. Let's have a look at it now. So I've got 4,000 DPS at the moment. Let's see what happens. Boom. 4.3. Pretty good. And if I go and refund, I don't need so much intelligence and strength. I do need some to keep some of my skill gems on, but I can exchange a couple of intelligence points for dexterity. So let's go ahead and do that and see if it. Let's see if like
Quickly.
it says, like this skill says that every 25 dexterity increases 1% attack speed, but I just wonder if it increases like 0.2. For example, if we only have plus 5 dexterity. Okay, so if DPS is 4.3 right now, and
How can I advise you?
I will
Always
refund
be willing to change.
this one for dexterity, for example. Was 4.3. Yeah, it sort of adds just like a little bit, you know, like 20 or something. Which is okay.
Greetings.
Not a huge improvement, but we don't need much intelligence anyway at this stage, I believe. All right. Where did I get this one from? Probably accidentally removed it from here. You know what I forgot? I forgot to improve quality. I sure did. Let's do it. Okay, this is great. Pretty good. Should I corrupt it? I can corrupt my armor. I don't care too much. Hopefully it doesn't remove the spirits, because that was the main point having it. But I will never corrupt my my weapons anymore. I had corrupt my bow once and I lost all elemental damage, so my DPS went like 3 times lower. Alright, so let's see what happens. Please doesn't remove spirits. Okay, perfect. We added another slot for the rune, so we just go ahead and get another one for dexterity. More dexterity, more damage. So, 1 for 1. Let's look at DPS. Let's see if it instantly adds more. 3 to 5. Sort of didn't. Maybe it does ramp up only when you get like extra 25 dexterity. We'll see. Let me go through this skill again, because it doesn't seem like 1% increased attack speed per 25 dexterity. Okay, so probably every 25 it adds 1%, so it doesn't add 0.2 or 0. Whatever. Okay, so we're just aiming getting more dexterity. Okay, I will turn myself off because I will record the boss fight. Okay, welcome to the finale of Act 2 Cruel Difficulty.
No matter. You'll find my king far more capable than Count Geonor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
I am really excited. I'm really excited to fight him. As I said last time, it took me 17 minutes. Ooh, he still does a lot of damage. Okay. I also wonder if he's got any other sort of attacks. He melts much faster though this time. So do I. Oh, Jesus. Stay away from me. Are we moving to the next stage already? Yes, we are. What are you doing? She does sound like me a little bit, doesn't she? Alright, let's do it. Jamandra. Ooh, nearly. Bro, I think it was like 3 minutes. Dude, that was so much easier this time. So much easier. As I said, like in normal difficulty, it took me like 17 minutes of dodging. And this time it was like, what, 2 minutes? Man, I love this build. I love this build. I love this build for the boss fights. I love this build for clearing all the monsters. What's going on? Come on, Asala. Take all my credits.
This is not over. Not yet. I return you.
Yes, you've done it. You've done it, Asala. Good job.
It is done. The war is open.
Okay, let's bring this Act 2 cruel difficulty to the end. What do we need to do? Speak to Hooded One. Okay, so we just go back to Caravan. Ah yes, I do remember now. Let me just get rid of the items quickly. Didn't get anything really exciting from like that's what I mean. You know, the game does sort of let's identify this one. The game does drop a lot of items from the monsters, but the loot from your boss is, you know, could be not much better. Like, this is what annoys me. Like, I think the boss fights should give you some really good items, and here we get another 48 to spirit. So we have just improved everything. Man, I've used so many materials to improve this one for 33 spirits just a couple minutes ago. And now I get this. I don't need more spirits as of right now. I will put it away. I think there's another skill gem that I want to use that requires spirits. So we might use this one eventually. As I said, I will just put it away for now. And here we get another similar type, so let's see what this one does. Evasion rating. Yeah, so this one is not gonna be any good. We just get rid of it. So, yeah, what I was saying is, you know, we get a lot of drop from the monsters, a lot of different items, but man, like it feels like the bosses, especially the final boss for the axe, should have a decent loot, like something that we can actually use, like not just go and sell it right away, you know. So I think this is something that could be maybe changed in the future. I don't know. What do you think?
Do not wander.
This is just my personal opinion. Man, it hurts. I've used 3 runes. I just bought 3 runes for dexterity. I've corrupted it, and I've used 20% quality improvement. I don't have. I will have enough. Again, as I said, like I don't need those spirits as of right now, straight away. I might actually also improve it and see. We get plus 10 to dexterity as well, which we need for our build. It is okay. It is okay. We'll just put it aside for now. So we could use this Cuva with another bow over here that has additional arrow. So we could, you know, have like 2 different builds for different scenario. So let's say this one more like for bigger waves.
Fury.
4.2, 4.3. Yeah, so, you know, we might just do that. Let's have another set equipped, why not? Cool, and also we get another bow on our back, you know, just add some look to us. Maybe unique look, if you want to call it. Alright, so let's finish off this Act 2.
My worst fear.
Who or what are you?
You're right.
Oh, what a surprise. You are a god.
I am all the beast has
Okay,
come
look,
their ruin.
It doesn't matter
the
what
story
you've done.
in this game
Only.
How can I?
doesn't excite me too much, to be honest. Even like playing for the first time, I didn't feel like, oh, okay, so what's next? What's next? You know, I didn't have that feeling throughout the game, throughout the main story. It's okay, you know, just nothing exciting really. What do we do next? Talk to Asala, travel south, okay.
Welcome.
Okay, so we are done here.
Until then.
The beast
Well
has
done
grown
on completing Act 2 cruel difficulty. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in Act 3 soon. Peace.
Studied it, mastered it.